So I think most of us wish that Microsoft would do a little bit more to advertise Surface Duo and Surface Duo 2. I don't know, maybe like anything at all to communicate what this device is, why it's dual screen, why it's not a folding OLED, why you should buy it, what it's meant to be able to do, on and on and on and on. You know, what advertisements are meant to do. Well, I ran across this the other day. This is from Microsoft Mechanics. Video titled, Inside Surface Duo 2, Microsoft's two-screen mobile device for multitasking and hybrid work. And I believe that is what this video is kind of meant to be a little bit. Granted, it's not being seen by a lot of people. It was posted on the 13th, and here it is with less than 2,000 views, which is not super duper good. But what we're going to do here in this video is we're going to watch this video together. I'm going to react to it in real time, and we're going to kind of talk about how I feel about it, what I think about what's being said, how it's being communicated, on and on. So let's jump into that video now.
Welcome to Microsoft Mechanics and our inside look at Surface Duo 2, our powerful and portable dual screen companion device for hybrid work that lets you get more done and stay productive, including shared experiences as you work across your Windows PC.
I already want to point out that I like where this is going. I get comments pretty regularly with people asking me, Shane, how does Duo 2 integrate with my Windows computer, with my Windows 11 or Windows 10 device? How do they integrate? And I feel like this is a topic I've covered on numerous occasions, but it just, people don't know this information. So that's what we're showing you. We've got the Phone Link app running with some Android apps, Teams here, and then this is an Android app clearly running concurrently with it to show that off. So good so far.
The Surface Duo 2 is the latest class-defining foldable mobile device, and it's been completely re-engineered from the original Surface Duo with a comprehensive design that includes leading mobile productivity with Office 365, best-in-class immersive displays, ultra-fast 5G connectivity.
I don't know that we can call the displays best in class. They also said class defining, and I don't know, this gets into the nitpicky stuff, but that's kind of fun, so we're going to do it here. What class is Surface Duo in? Is it in the same class as the Z Fold? I don't know. I genuinely don't know what class Surface Duo is meant to be in, and in terms of the screens, they're good, but I mean, like, are they best in class? Are they the best screens on any...
As well as uncompromised camera experiences complemented by powerful, intuitive software.
I don't think we can call the cameras uncompromised either. They're definitely compromised. In fact, I made a comment the other day. This is kind of interesting. So someone asked me in a comment. They said, "Hey, comparing Duo 2's camera to the iPhone 13 Pro Max or the Samsung S22 Ultra, whatever, it's going to lose to those." But they said, "I'm using currently a OnePlus 7 Pro. How does it stack up to that?" And I said, "Well, I've got a OnePlus 7 Pro. It's actually right here as my overhead camera." So I took it out of its mount. I ran outside with it. I took some pictures with the standard, the wide, and the telephoto. Then I took the same pictures with my Surface Duo, same lenses, and I compared them. And the conclusion that I came to was this. Surface Duo stacks up about where the OnePlus 7 Pro was. I think the OnePlus has a better wide angle and a better telephoto camera, essentially. The photos look better, but I think Duo's primary sensor looks better than OnePlus's, at least in the brief testing that I did. But at any rate, they were really, really close. And I think that's pretty much where it's at. Is that uncompromised? Well, it's a compromise in the sense that you're not competing with the best of the best. I don't, again, I know that I'm nitpicking here, and I do really like the software that they have here to do your editing on the dual screen thing. But I just want to say that I feel like Microsoft does themselves a disservice here when they say things that aren't actually true. They are not. What they should say is, hey, our cameras are pretty good. They should say the cameras are pretty good. They're good enough for most people. They're going to take some decent shots, and we have some pretty good software to stack up with it. That would have probably been a better thing to say, because people know.
Now, even with these refinements, Surface complemented by powerful, intuitive software. Surface Duo 2 is one of the thinnest foldable devices ever created at just 5.5 millimeters thick when unfolded. Surface Duo 2's dual 5.8-inch Pixel Sense Fusion displays, together with optimizations to the software experience.
Why do I have to brand Pixel Sense Fusion? What does that even mean?
experience for your favorite Android apps opens up new possibilities for multitasking.
Now, see, again, okay, so that's really cool. Don't get me wrong, okay? So he dragged something from the OneDrive Photos app over into a document. However, this is not something that works across the board. And I get comments all the time from people saying, hey, I saw in the video that he drug a photo over. Well, can I have my text message open and Google Photos open and drag the photo over? Can I have Facebook open and my Photos app and drag photos over? No, you can't. You can only do that in very specific applications, very specific scenarios. And I hope that that's something that they can build out and make more common, right? Maybe something they can do in 12L. Maybe there are better APIs in there to be able to drag and drop photos around. Google talked about this a little bit with the Google Photos app. Maybe that can spread a bit more. But for right now, you might watch this and think that this thing can do things that it simply cannot do. Now, it can drag and drop text pretty much wherever. I think a fly just flew over my head. Did you see that?
Surface Duo 2 is built with deep integration into the Windows experience, and the Phone Link app lets you keep in sync with everything happening on your Surface Duo.
Great app.
It lets you launch your favorite Android apps as individual windows right from your PC. And all this is a Qualcomm Snapdragon 888 5G processor with 8 gigabytes of RAM and storage options for up to 512 gigabytes, and its larger battery is designed to provide all-day battery life with up to 28 hours of talk time and 15.5 hours of local video playback. It also supports
kind of realistically, you're probably going to get between 4 and 6 hours of screen on time. I tend to get, through my day just fine, but I also do have charging docks and stands all around me, and I do utilize them when I'm sitting here. Mine's sitting in a Duo dock stand right now in front of me, so I can see what's going on it, but it's also charging at the same time. So, if I don't have my charger around, can I make it through the day? Absolutely. But if you're like a power user, you're going to have a charger around you at some point.
It's fast charging using the optional 23-watt USB-C power supply. Surface Duo 2 now comes with a choice of 2 classic colors, Glacier or Obsidian, each enclosed in 3D Gorilla Victus glass for extra durability. And you can pair it with an optional choice of accessories from the Surface Duo 2 pen cover, Surface Slim Pen 2, and our high-end Surface Audio peripherals. The experience on Surface Duo 2 starts with the
If I ever saw somebody like walking down the street on their Surface Duo with their Surface earbuds in, and maybe they're wearing like an old, what was it, Surface band or something like that. What was it called? The band that they made there for a while. It's just, the name is escaping me. I might literally lose my mind.
all-new one-touch power-on button with integrated fingerprint reader for secure biometric login. It also offers the full set of Google Play services that run alongside your favorite Microsoft apps pre-installed.
Now, you may be thinking to yourself, it's Android. Of course it's got Google Play services. Why do they need to say that? Well, you may be surprised how many Microsoft people don't understand what this device is and don't understand. Like, I've had people ask me, hey, can it run like Microsoft Office? I'm like, well, it can run the Android. It's a phone. It's an Android phone. It can run the Android version. It can't run the Windows version. A lot of Microsoft people, they've kind of got their head in the sand in terms of the sand is the Microsoft ecosystem. They're not seeing the other stuff around necessarily. So they genuinely might not know that's actually important for that to be said, as crazy as it sounds.
As you interact with Surface Duo, the ability to work across dual screens with your apps comes with a number of benefits. In measuring changes in the dorsolateral prefrontal cortex of the brain, when compared with the impact of single screen, folding screen, and dual screen devices where higher mental workload is indicated by red, we found that Surface Duo 2's dual screen requires the least mental effort while multitasking.
Okay, that's pretty cool, right? Like, if they can actually show that in data form and prove that that's the case, that's really, really cool. But I kind of believe it, right? Because, like, the idea is that, you're doing something on one screen and you need to do something you need to do another task. Maybe you've clicked a link and it's opened it up on the other screen. You don't have to kind of like keep a little bit of your brain reserved, some of your processing power reserved to remember the other task you were just doing while you're doing the new one. You can leave it there on the other screen and it kind of just offloads that workload off of your brain and onto that other screen and kind of saves you some mental energy. I totally believe that this is true. And as someone that's used a Z Fold and a Surface Duo and a normal phone, I will tell you that my personal experience, it seems to be in line with what they're saying here, that it takes less mental energy to multitask on Surface Duo when compared to any other device. I buy it. I believe it. I like that they're talking about it. I like that they're showing brains, colored brains there. That'll surely convince everyone.
And to make things even more efficient, you can pair two apps together using app groups. So with one tap, both apps open simultaneously on each screen, allowing you to effortlessly multitask between them. Apps can also take advantage of both screens at the same time, spanning the combined 8.3 inches of diagonal space. For example, in an online meeting with the Microsoft Teams app, you can see shared content like a presentation on one screen and camera feeds from everyone else on the other. And the Microsoft SwiftKey keyboard can be opened on one screen for one-handed typing, or span both screens to allow for comfortable two-handed typing in compose mode. And the experience gets even better with the optional Surface Slim Pen 2, where you can take advantage of the natural inking experience. In fact, the full friction hinge mechanism is so precise and balanced that you can leave your Surface Duo 2 in any angle that you want, making it a device that truly adapts to the way you want to use it. And new to Surface Duo 2 is the glance bar. With it, you can see the time, and the color-coded badges let you see at a glance the calls, messages, and Teams messages that you've received, as well as incoming calls and incoming messages, all without opening the Surface Duo. The camera experience in Surface Duo not only sets it apart from the original, but also sets it apart from other mobile devices. There are 3 custom-built camera lenses in back capable of shooting up to 16 megapixel photos and 4K video. It has separate sensors with lenses for ultra-wide, wide, and telephoto shots. And for inspiring audio,
Okay, so sets it apart from not just foldables, but from all devices. Is that what they said? Don't know how they're justifying that one. I think that they could have done a better job there, because they could have shown something that they didn't show. There is a thing about Surface Duo's camera setup that does, in fact, set it apart from other camera setups, and they didn't show it. It's something I think is pretty cool. And it is the ability to see the picture you just took on the other screen as soon as you take it. It's the fact that you don't have to take a picture and think, oh, did I blow my focus? Does that picture look good? Is that good enough? Oh, I gotta leave my camera app and look at the picture and go back to the camera app. Again, I can stay right there and see if I got the picture that I think that I got or not. That does set it apart from other photography experiences on other devices, and for whatever reason, they did not show that. They simply stated that it was better, I guess, in some ways, but didn't really justify that in any meaningful way at all.
Surface Duo 2's full-range internal stereo speakers are diagonally opposite each other, and left and right channels automatically adjust as you shift between device modes.
They should have shown tint mode. Show tint mode, because that carries over there. I would like to have seen them. Okay, we've rotated. Okay, still left and right. Now fold it into tint mode and show that it's still left and right. That would have been a cool thing to see. Nitpicking.
Surface Duo 2, along with Microsoft Endpoint Manager, offers some of the most flexible device management options. Surface Duo 2 comes with Microsoft Authenticator pre-installed for easy multi-factor authentication when paired with the onboard fingerprint reader. With comprehensive device management controls and Endpoint Manager, Duo 2 can be configured as a corporate or personally owned device. Additionally, you can set up separate work profiles consisting of trusted and work-approved apps, whether Surface Duo 2 is personally owned or a corporate-owned device. And with device firmware controls for Surface Duo 2 and Endpoint Manager, like with the rest of the Surface lineup, you can centrally enable or disable hardware features on the device. We hope you enjoyed our tour of the Surface Duo 2, our 2-screen mobile device that brings limitless possibilities for the way you want to work. Check out surface.com for availability and more, and thanks for watching.
And put it in your coat pocket. I think that was actually pretty good. They did a lot of good stuff there to explain why you might want 2 screens, how this thing can integrate with your computer, how it can be used in a workplace and managed that way. I think there's a lot of good stuff there, guys. Let me know what you think about this in the comments down below. Hopefully this was entertaining or fun. And yes, I was nitpicking. Don't get mad at me. I know what I'm doing. I told you that I was doing it. You know that I love Surface Duo 2, but we have to criticize things that we love so that we can help them get better. We make our voices heard. this way, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe on your way out. I'll see you on the next one. And until next time, stay nerdy, my friends.